Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're going to be taking a look at the slime block. Now recently, these have been made a lot more awesome. Originally, I thought they were pretty cool. You could bounce things off them, they were fun for a little while, but now they have got an official use. They can be used in redstone circuits, and I, among other YouTubers, am very excited for the possibilities in terms of redstone circuitry, and I thought I would get things started by doing some nice and easy contraptions that you can all build and understand. So let's begin. So the first thing that we are going to be taking a look at today is of course a piston door. You will generally find that when a new thing is introduced to redstone, everyone just hops onto the doors and goes, how can we make these better? Well, this is a perfectly good example of that because the door that you see in front of you is a hipster door. It has no redstone above ground, but when we hit this button you will see that it opens up incredibly quickly. Now there are a few issues with this. Of course you have to have the obsidian in the floor and also the slime blocks visible, but when we hit the button again you will see that it all closes up nice and quickly. Pretty good. As far as the redstone is concerned, it really is quite impressive, even though this hipster door isn't actually seamless, because of course you have to have the obsidian and also the slime blocks. You do have a very small circuit for a fairly cool looking door. I mean, that opening and closing sequence and the fact that you have no redstone above ground, I really do like that. So let's crack on with this tutorial. So you want to get things started with a 5x3 area. This level here is going to be your floor level, and the first thing that we're going to do is place down our button that is going in the bottom left hand corner. Then you want to run a repeater out of that. That is going to be running into an upwards facing sticky piston with a block on top to create your monostable circuit. Then you want another repeater here and a piece of redstone dust. Now next to that piece of redstone dust you want to place a sticky piston facing upwards and a sticky piston facing upwards right here with slime blocks running around like that, and then a 2x2 of slime blocks. That is what is going to be going above ground. So if you want to go round the back and get your door box and just place them on the backs of those slime blocks there. Next, you want to go right up next to this block here and place a piece of redstone dust and then a repeater running into that sticky piston, and that is going to be the retraction for all of these blocks. Next, you want to go next to your button and place a repeater, set it to 4 ticks. That is going to be running into your piston monostable, and then you want to grab a piece of redstone dust, a repeater, a block, and then place a piece of redstone dust on top of that one. Then if we give this one a quick tester, you will see that we get our double extension and also our double retraction. Brilliant. For the finishing touch, you want to place immovable blocks next to all of your slime blocks. Now what I mean by this is that they have to not be able to be moved by pistons. This could be chests, pumpkins, melons, whatever you can think of. But anyway, I'm going to be using obsidian, so you just want to go right the way around all of your slime blocks. And then here you can see that we have no slime blocks adjacent to this block, so we can use a normal floor block. But anyway, these are the final elements of decoration here. So if we give it a quick tester, you will see that when we hit this button, it fills our doorway. And then if we hit the button again, we get the full closing sequence so that we can walk on through. Now we are moving on to bud switches. These things are incredibly useful. If you have never used a bud switch before, then I would definitely suggest doing it at some point, because they are great for things like farms and other such bits and bobs. And when a new one comes along that is ultra compact, just like the ones that you can see in front of you, it really is quite big news. Now the first one that we're going to be taking a look at in this little section is this vertical one. It is inspired by this little design here. This is the old way of doing it. Essentially this block is powered, and that means that our piston is bud powered. But we're not going to be looking at this anymore because we are now in the future. We are using slime blocks and redstone power blocks, but you can see it works exactly the same, and we get ourselves an output from causing block updates. This second horizontal block update detector was actually discovered by NiceMark MC, and if you haven't heard of him before, then I would definitely suggest checking him out because he comes up with a bunch of really good ideas. But as you can see here, it is made up of just slime blocks and redstone power blocks, but it does the exact same thing. We get ourselves an output from causing block updates, and if you do want to build either of these, then of course you can just take a screenshot from the screen here and you will have all of the ingredients needed to build it. There is no hidden redstone on these ones. This last little concept that I have to show you may look just a little bit funky from back here. I mean, you're probably wondering, what on earth have you built? But this is actually quite a simple idea. It is an Instawire mechanism. So when we hit this button here, you can see that our piston instantly retracts. So let's do that again. Hit the button and you can see that in the exact same tick, the piston is retracting. And this also works vertically. So as you can see, when we hit the button, the piston is instantly retracted. It really is quite powerful stuff. Now the way that this horizontal one works is really quite simple. When you hit that button over there, this piston here will retract, and that means that this redstone power block will be moved back to this space, and that means that this piston is going to retract. Now what you need to know is that pistons take 0 ticks to retract. They don't take any time at all. So that means as soon as this piston is retracting, this one is retracting, this one is retracting, this one is retracting, and so is this one. So that means that you get yourself Instawire. The only problem with this is that they take 1 tick to actually extend again, which means that you end up with a slightly extended pulse on the way back. The vertical one is the exact same concept, all of the pistons retracting at once, but you may notice that we have a little bit of redstone here, and that is just to prevent buds between each one, because if we had a redstone power block retract from this space up to this space, it would still be bud powering the piston below, and that means that nothing would really happen, making the whole Instawire thing completely pointless. So there we go. So there we go guys, that is all I have to show you for today's episode. That was my first few little fundamentals of slime blocks. I hope that you did enjoy it. I have got absolutely tons of ideas for future inventions. I am very, very excited for the future of this one. I cannot wait to get to work on a bunch of different builds. I've already come up with a few and I am very excited to upload them. But if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching guys, this has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.